This is Tommy Folk.
Hello.
We're going to be talking about Ruston Community Men's Shed coming up. Buddy Miles, XM 102, the new Rue 102. Buddy Miles going through them changes, and we have the live streams up because in the studio, well, actually no stranger to these confines, Mr. Tommy Folk with the Ruston Community Men's Shed. Tommy, good morning, man. You set this appointment with me, gosh, a couple of months ago, didn't you?
Yes.
And you kept it. Good for you. You knew that Shed Fest was coming.
I have a phone that takes messages and sets up dates.
All right, well, good. This is the Ruston Community Men's Shed. It's going to be this coming Saturday from 9 till 4. Is this the second or third? Third one, and extremely popular. Makers, local makers, talk about what Shed Fest is all about.
Shed Fest is about makers or people, vendors, who come and show their wares. It's all homemade, handmade, and it varies all the way from crochet and knit work to woodwork. It's a great variety. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can list the types because I have it here, but I'm going to let Ray do, oh boy.
Oh, Philip Cardwell's going to be there with a patented beadsman creation, wind chimes. So wind chimes, I know Philip, Aaron Armstrong, Vet and Boudreaux's, that's a
food truck.
A food truck, okay, guys, food.
South Louisiana Cooking.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Your eyes lit up on that. It's early Monday. Kathy Godley, now she's got, I think I know what she has. So she'll be there as well, doing the broken china as well as soy candles. Maureen Hinton, Reen Frog's Corner. Do you know about that?
No, but she's regular.
Stained glass art, jeweled t-shirts, custom stainless. So Shed Fest is coming, and it's totally free to get in, but this is an opportunity, Tommy. I know, you know what's really neat about this? You just got interviewed by Doug Postel. He was part and parcel, or should I say part and postal, of the Community Men's Shed coming together with pieces of a puzzle, you being one of them, I was one of them, Doug was one of them, with Beulah Laster getting these pieces together, and look what we have now.
It's pretty amazing, pretty amazing. And everything there has been given to us in one fashion or another. We buy supplies and that type of thing. We pay somebody to be there, mm-hmm. But the equipment itself has been given to us because people have bought into and really like what's there. I like to have more people, obviously.
Well, that's this. The Ruston Community Men's Shed is a nonprofit organization for all. And when we say all, it isn't just old men coming together to do something, which is a good idea, but it's also multi-generational, multi-racial. It is a unity.
Multi-sex.
Multi-sex.
I like that word.
Yeah, well, yes, it's a she shed and a he shed, and that's what he said about, no, and so that's what this is going to be all about for folks to come and see, and besides the makers, right? So it's a tour. Explain what goes on.
Well, one of the things we do every time we have open house or this Shed Fest, and we've had Shed Fest for 3 years now, mm-hmm. Is have shed tours to show people what we have, what we do. Some of the things that go on, some of the projects that are there. Mm-hmm. They'll also see some of these same projects in the Shed Fest booth, which is a double tent that has a lot of everything. Everything in there has been made by the people in the shed, mm-hmm. and that ranges from dragonflies to birdhouses to bird feeders to jar openers to there's a whole lot of stuff. Charcuterie boards, clocks. There's a pretty good sized list of what we make, what we do.
Right.
And people do it themselves when they come in, and we focus on people doing it themselves, but we help them. And if they don't know how, we show them how. And help them do the things that they don't know how to do or might be a little more complicated than they're ready for. The whole point is for people to come out there, have a good time, spend a little time working, spend a little time talking, you can do either or both.
Sure, as well as creating, you know, a little bit more of the perspiration to the inspiration in a space where all is welcome, the Ruston Community Men's Shed. And what I've seen over the years, Tommy, mentoring, not only generational, but also interracial of, let's get real, man, you got skills, I don't have those skills, and I will come one of these days. I'm learning these skills right now.
We'll see.
Your vote of enthusiasm and confidence that I've been there.
You're gonna have to get older, I guess, you know, or something.
All right, no. Anyway, you know, I'm going to bring up the concept of the bunk beds. Explain what that is, because I don't think we can emphasize enough that even though we're living in a great place and space, there are those in need, and when people find out about a need, they fill it.
We try.
Right.
One of the things we do is build bunk beds or single beds for people, and they're free. We do it primarily for organizations that help support people that are in dire need or in some type of need anyway. We've done that over the 4 years we've been there, but we think that's one of our callings. We also do some other special projects, but most of them are built around somebody coming and doing, because that's what we're there for. And we're there for all ages, all sexes, all races. It doesn't matter. We're $120 a year. That's cheap. If you want to come for the day, we're $10 a day. Just come and do and leave. But we like you to stay around.
Sure. Well, and that's where is a great idea. It's Shed Fest this coming Saturday to get people to come on out Farmerville Highway behind the what's the name of the restaurant?
Landry's.
Old El Landry. Old El Landry.
It's gone through several names, but it's always been a restaurant of some fashion. And we're in an old truck shop. We moved out there 2 years ago.
That's right. That's right. Back to tying Doug into it, because Doug was part of the Delta Community College, and that was your first shed.
That's right. Beulah Lester started this thing. She went through talking to a little bit of everybody.
That's well,
every time I go to someone, they say, "Well, oh yeah, I remember when Beulah came up."
Right.
And she started at 18, and I was just helping do some of the details that she didn't want to fool with, and then she died. Actually, the day before our first anniversary.
The night before the first anniversary, right?
She did a good job, and she had an inspiration. She was a force to be driven, to be followed, and helped, and it's a good thing.
So come and see, you know, the fruits of her inspiration, and all of the pieces of a Tommy Folk and a Rick Godley and a Ray De Oliveira and a Doug Postel, and there's other key names that have been integral in keeping the vision of and the spirit of Beulah alive, right?
Yes, very much so. And actually, we started a she shed on Mondays, and Patty Hendricks was the driver of that. And the whole idea was to do Chamber of Commerce plaques. They needed to change their plaque. And Patty is the one that started Shed Fest when we moved. We had room, and she came up with the idea, and for 2 years she has led the thing and done an excellent job, and has moved on. But still, the point being is that Shed Fest is now ingrained in our thinking, and it's something that we try to do every year because it brings people together. It brings the community together. It brings makers with the community. We have food trucks. We have shade trees.
You got music? You had music in years past, right?
Yes.
Didn't you have the...
We don't have music this year. The music kind of moved away from us, but we have had it in the past, yes.
All right, Shed Fest 2023, this coming Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Ruston Community Men's Shed. That's Farmerville Highway behind Olandres, and it's free. What else there, Mr.
Just short of the stoplight at, I don't remember the name.
Does the light blink when you blink your eyes, or does it blink by its, oh no, I'm kidding, you're right. That is a dangerous intersection.
Yes, and they put a light there. If you get to the light, you've gone just about a block and a half too far.
I'm sure you're going to have signs and some other eye catchers. We
have signs scattered all around town.
Oh, yeah.
We have 2 signs out front, and then we've got a big sign, and then we have an arrow board, or if you want to call it an arrow pole, that will be directing you to the different makers.
There you go. Tommy, thank you so much for all that you do. You know, you have any time to come on in and talk about what's happening.
Well, I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Tommy Folk, the Ruston Community Men's Shed, this Saturday. It is now 8:42. Let's continue. XM 102, which is the new Rue 102. Isley Brothers, their rendition, Love the One You're With.
Are we through?
We